Hello. Well, I am live on YouTube, so I just thought I'd go live because sometimes it can be quite a good way to chill out with people, to offer a way for people to connect and for them to engage and to say hello. I'm just going to chill out and hang around here. When we've got a few people that have joined, I am going to start to talk about pain and how we can deal with the pain of bereavement. So usually what I'll do is wait for a couple of minutes for people to join. And we've got one person joined. That is amazing. Thank you so much. Please, if you've joined, please say a quick hello in the chat. It really gives me, it's great feedback for me to know that there's someone here and someone watching. And that person's left. Well, that didn't work. So I'll wait a couple of minutes. If no one joins or there aren't many people here, then I will just go ahead and create the video anyway. So we have got someone that has joined. If you've joined, if you feel that you would like to, please pop a quick hello into the chat. If nothing else, it helps me. Oh no, they've gone again. Every time I say that, they disappear. Wonder why that is. So how long have we been live? We've been live a minute and a half. I'll just give it a little bit longer, and then I'm going to start to talk about the pain of loss, excuse me, and some of the things that we can do to help with that pain and loss. And perhaps some techniques that we can try to overcome our pain and loss. We've got, let me just check on here. I'm just going to check on my phone here to make sure that we are indeed live. Oh, I've got multiple channels, you see. I just need to make sure that I'm live in the correct place. Yeah. So we've got a live going. Yeah, that's cool. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start talking and we'll see where it goes. If you have questions, please pop the questions into the chat as we go. And I will answer them directly live as we go. So any questions, pop them into the chat. If you happen to be watching this video afterwards, when it's uploaded to the main YouTube channel, any questions, obviously I can't answer them live. Any questions or support for anyone, please pop it into the comments. But just know that if you want a direct reply from me, and I will reply, if you want a direct reply, please click on the super thanks button. Leave a super thanks along with your comment, and then I guarantee I will reply. Super thanks are just a really easy way to support the channel. Hosting websites and stuff like that costs money, and tiny amount, 99 pence, 99 cents per month, really does help and goes a long way to help pay for those costs that I have. If you want to join the channel as a member, there's a members only section. Again, members, I will always reply to anything that you say. And there's a members only section where there are videos only available for members. So as we go, I'm going to talk about the pain of loss. Please feel free to comment live, or if you're watching on sort of catch up, as it were, put a comment below the video. So I think the pain of loss, we all know we all know what that pain is like. We all experience that pain. And the pain, I find, very often comes in waves. And I can be overcome with grief, overcome with sadness for a short period of time, for a longer period of time. It washes over, almost like the sea. I kind of imagine it like the sea, those waves just sort of coming in, and you get consumed for a bit, and then the wave goes out again, and then you get consumed a bit, and the wave goes out again. And it seems to happen like that. Right at the very beginning, those waves seem to be bigger and they seem to be longer. But as time goes on, the waves still come and go, but they just get smaller and smaller, and they seem to move a little bit faster. But what I've learned over the years is that pain of grief is a message from our body, a message from our mind, that we have something to which we must pay attention. And I know from experience, and I know from talking to a lot of other people as well, that the temptation is to try to shift the pain, to shift away from the pain, to not feel the pain, because it's painful, it's horrible. It's really horrible. But what I found is when we do that, the pain is still there. The pain is still there. And in my experience, it's still there because it needs to teach us something. And so what I do now is, rather than run and hide from the pain, I sit with the pain, and I kind of talk to it, humanize it in some ways, and say, what can I learn from you? What do you want to teach me this time? And there's a couple of techniques that I just want to talk about with sitting with the pain, because it can be distressing to do. So what I do now is to sit in a quiet room. So very often what will happen is, it happened to me the other week. I was driving and something had happened, and I was very triggered with emotions. And it's a bit inappropriate whilst you're driving to be consumed with emotion. So I made a mental note to kind of park it for a moment. Not the car, the emotion and the pain. And to sit with it when I got home. So when I got home, I just sat down in the quiet and just made an attempt to go back to that place, driving the car. What was I thinking? What was going on? What was happening? What was it that led me to be triggered? Almost with a view to deliberately trigger myself again at home. But I knew there was the pain there, and I knew I had to feel it. And so the pain, I felt that wash, that wave coming in, and I began to feel the pain. I began to feel completely immersed in it. I began crying, sobbing, not crying, sobbing. And I think that's the first part, is to not be afraid of it, to accept the pain. And then I'm just going to check something here, because people keep joining and leaving. I'm just making a check. I just want to make a check to make sure that I am live and can hear me. If you are on here now and you can hear me, could you just please post something in the chat to say that you can hear me, so that I know that this live is working correctly? Because the last thing I want to do is to be live and no one knows and no one can hear. So if you're here, can you please just post a little message? Oh yeah, no, I am. That's right. Just open myself up on a phone. So yeah, I am live, and you should be able to hear me. So I I felt the pain whilst I was driving. I decided to push the pain to the side for a moment, feel it when I got home. When I was home, I sat down in a quiet, safe space. And step one is to get back into that emotion again, back into that feeling. So it was to ask myself, what was I doing when I was triggered? What was I saying to myself? What was going on? Bring it back again, and to sit in a safe space to feel the pain. And as I said, I was completely overcome and sobbing with pain. Now, easier said than done, completely accept that. The next step, once I was feeling it, was to then humanize that pain and then to actually say, okay, what do I need to learn this time? And there's always something new, there's always something different. The pain is always in a different place in my body, always feels different. So, what do I need to learn? And even that act of saying, okay, I'm feeling it, what do I need to learn? That helped to lessen the pain. And what I then do is I need to find a technique to get out of that pain, to get back into life. So once I've felt that I've sat for long enough and I have taken something that I need to learn, what I then do is just enter a small period of meditation. And the way that I do that is just to focus on my breathing. So I'm in this moment of pain. I've asked it what I need to learn. And then I just breathe in and out. And I find it easier when I breathe in to actually feel the breath coming in through my nose, feel the breath going down inside, and I imagine it spiraling up. And then as I breathe out, I imagine a spiral coming down and coming out and through my nose again. And then breathe in. And all I'm focusing on is just the breath, nothing else. I'm just putting all of my attention, all of my focus into the breath. So breathing in, coming up, breathing out. I'm feeling the breath coming out again. If I find that I still need to meditate more about that, I can start to breathe in, feel it curling up, and then imagine the oxygen from that breath passing out through my lungs, spreading into my bloodstream, spreading out through my body. And then imagine all the toxins coming from the bloodstream into that breath as I breathe out and breathing out. So it's just a mindfulness meditation just on breathing alone. And when I'm doing that, I find that I can really relax. It shifts my mind from feeling the pain. I can start to relax. So what I want to do now is I'm just going to summarize that again, just in case there are people that have joined that didn't see the beginning. So very quickly, if you want to put a live chat, any questions, I will answer them right now in this live. The live will also get saved to the YouTube channel. If you're watching this on catch up, you can make a comment. Obviously, you can't do it live, but you can make a comment to support others or for other people to see. If you want a reply from me, if you make it a super comment, that means there's a small amount of money. There's a little button that says say thanks. If you say thanks, small donation, write your message, then I will reply to that as well. And if you want to subscribe as a channel member, there are members benefits. I will always respond to any messages that you put to channel members, and there are additional channel membership videos only that are only available to members. So that's if you subscribe. So you can subscribe or say a super thanks. Both of those ways really help this channel keep going. So let's quickly summarize again. We've got extreme pain that we feel, and it may be at a time where we're triggered. So it may be at a time, it happened to me when I was driving. It could be at work. It could be any time. Not appropriate to stop and feel that pain then, but we don't push it to the side, because if we push that pain to the side, it will get us in the end. It's going to come out. It's going to find a way out. So we need to deal with it. We need to deal with the pain. This is how I do it. When I get home, I find a safe, quiet space. I sit down, I close my eyes, and I associate back into that moment where I felt triggered. That moment when I was driving, where suddenly I felt overcome with emotion. That moment where I was at work, where suddenly I felt overcome with emotion. So I associate back into it and I feel it. I feel the pain. I isolate it, identify where it is in my body, what's happening, what's going on. If I cry, if that's okay. If I'm rolling around on the floor, that's okay. And just when I feel it subsiding, I then say, okay, pain, what do I need to learn today? What do I need to learn? When we take a learning, when we learn something new, it gives the pain meaning. And when we give that pain meaning, boy, does it take the sting out of it, because suddenly it's got a purpose anymore. It's not just there to haunt us, to taunt us, to terrorize us. It's there for a purpose. So let's give it a positive purpose. Let's take a learning. Even if the learning is something as simple as, do you know what? This really works. I need to feel this emotion. That is a great learning. Take it, carry it forwards, use it. What a great thing to learn. Once I've felt that I've learned something, if I still feel that I need to come back to kind of a sense of normality, I'll do a little meditation. So that's focusing on my breathing in through my nose, feeling the air coming in through my nose, spiraling up inside, then unspiraling and coming out of my nose again, focusing just on the breath and nothing else. If I find I need to go deep in the meditation, I'll imagine as I'm breathing in, I imagine the oxygen coming into my lungs and the oxygen dissipating out into the bloodstream, then getting spread around the body. And then I can breathe out, and that takes all the toxins from the blood, and I can breathe those toxins out. And I can breathe in, and I can keep things going. And using that little meditation, when I feel calm and relaxed, I can open my eyes. I can come back to now. And I can thank the pain for helping me learn something new. And then the pain feels so much better. And with that, I'm going to end this live stream. Thank you so much for watching.